To get started with a section framework for plotting your deeds, I recommend creating a layer specifically for sections. And then to make this section, we just need to make a mile by mile square to create a section. So I'm going to use the line tool to do this. You can use a polyline or a line. I'm going to click anywhere to get started. And then I'm going to use my drawing aids. I'm going to use polar tracking, make sure that's on so that it snaps to a north, south, east, west direction. So I'm going to aim and type in the distance, 5280, and then just work my way around. So I've got the outer part of the section put into place. If you want to break this further into quarters, you can use the line tool again. And if you use the midpoint O snap, make sure it's on. You can hover at the midpoints of these lines. Remember, quarters are created by connecting the quarter corners, which are equidistant between the section corners. So now I have quarters. If you need to break it down even further for quarters, then you can do that by connecting the midpoints of these sections. One, one other problem you might run into when you start to do your deed plotting, if you don't create this section first, let's say you just have a blank screen and you jump right in and you're ready to go. When you start your polyline command and you click, and then you go to your transparent commands for bearing distance, you may type in your quadrant. Let's pretend like this one's northeast. So we have 1, and the distance we'll just say is 45 degrees, 30 minutes, 15 seconds. And then we go to type a distance. We'll pretend like the distance here is 200 feet. I type that in. You may think, well, I don't see it here. I don't know what's going on. It didn't do anything. The problem is likely that you were zoomed out too far. So if I zoom in closer to that, you'll see where that line was created here. So if you haven't created your section yet, if you just try to start plotting deeds right off the bat, your screen is probably not really zoomed in to the relative size it needs to be. So try zooming into it a little more to see the